What is going on, guys? Here with another market update from Team Basani. My name is Sumi, and today we're going to talk about what happened today in the market. It was a crazy day in the market today. As you can see, I got SPY pulled up here. In the morning, the market was pushing up. Looked good. Honestly, we were down quite a bit. We're at 675, 673 here for SPY. We opened up a little bit higher than it was trading at. So my initial consensus was we're going to push up because markets like to recover. Really, just a lot more war stuff going on. The Strait of Hormuz basically shutting down, which is 20% of the global supply for oil. So, really crazy stuff happening. And this freaked the markets out. So, we had a massive sell off and we went down to 669 here. Now, I want you to understand something. We have done this before. This has already happened, and this happened on December 17th. So I got the chart here on the bottom as December 17th. And guess what happened, guys? We went all the way down, sell off on December 17th to 669. And we bottomed out at 669.20. And guess what? We rallied all the way back up to 679. Okay. So interesting thing happened. This is the same exact thing. So when we hit 669 here, I already knew this was going to be a push back up. And it was really good for me. So I launched a bunch of calls at this point and we made a ton of money with it. If you guys are not in my private group, link down below if you ever want to trade with me. But long story short, this is a major point of resistance. And this is a major point of resistance for the entire market. So when things get oversold to a degree, without a heavy catalyst, it's not going to push down even more. So we hit this, we tested it for a second, just 1 second. Then we ran all the way back up. We rallied all the way back up. I thought we would just run all the way back up. We went down a little bit here, but we didn't come all the way down. And then we basically rallied up to the point where we're at right now at 682, almost pushing up to 683. Now we're trading post after hours. It's about 340. So the market is still open, but I feel like we will kind of stabilize, maybe go a little bit lower in the after hour session here. But super important to understand that this is something that the market is going to do. The market has been up and down and all around, and a lot of stocks are moving in ways that people can't really imagine. So I want to talk about a couple other stocks, the big seven here, the mag seven here, if you will, America Sweethearts. And these are not doing that great. Meta seems to be holding pretty well. Tesla, to be honest, I think Tesla will go down a little bit more. BYD is taking over. I'm not a big hater on Tesla. I know some people don't like Tesla for some reason, but I think that BYD is going to come in and take Tesla hot. Google, I do expect this to have a push up. Down from, 308, down from 312, going down, going down. But I think that it's hit a base here, 296, and it's going to rally back up in the short term. I do believe Google is due for a major push. Microsoft actually doing pretty good. Microsoft coming up to 406 here. This is probably one of the biggest rallies that Microsoft has had. In the short term, Microsoft has not been doing very well. Microsoft was at 43, as we know, came down, came down, came down, bottomed out at 381 here, and I think it is starting to peak up. It's not able to break this 407 point, but let's see what it does in the short term. I think Microsoft is good. I think it will run up. NVIDIA holding really, really well. We had earnings for NVIDIA drop down to 179, 178, but NVIDIA is holding that 180 point. So really not moving too much more. I think we will start to see it track up to 184, 185 in the short term, probably in the end of the week or the next week. Amazon had a massive drop from 250, holding its area. Nothing really happening here. Amazon is kind of trading between 196 to 210. So just kind of consolidating, coiling up, due for a move. Maybe not this week, maybe not next week, but maybe in the next month. I think Amazon will be looking pretty good. Next, we have Apple. Apple kind of isolated, moving around back and forth in the range, not doing much. So the only ones that I would really look at are Tesla, maybe tracking down a little bit more. I do think Tesla will go down more, and I think Google will go up more. And I think that if Microsoft can get a break, it'll do really well. So a couple of stocks that I'm really interested in. Okay, Micron Tech, really, really low. Okay, this is one of the lowest points. Samsung is coming out as a competitor. Will they actually beat Micron Tech? Absolutely not. I don't think so. I think Micron Tech has held the spotlight for a while. I think this could run back up to 430. Another one I want to talk about, okay? People haven't been talking about this for a while, but I think it is going to make a move up. Hood. Hood, I think, has been coiling for a while, really low. I think Hood is due for a massive break. Another one, Nebius, okay? Really down. I think it could go down a little bit more. Could be there for a big move. Broadcom, okay? Coming down a bit, coiling up here. If it stabilizes, we could have a move back to 350 in the short term. Another one I've been preaching this one for a while. FCX, FCX, FCX. March is a zone. March is the area where demand is going to be very high. And right now it's in a good spot. I would actually probably buy into calls. I'm already tripled up in my position. So I think FCX will hit $70 very soon. I see that we will have a rally up. We did push up a little bit more today. And I think that in the next couple of sessions, we will start to see a big rally for FCX. Next, I want to talk about a couple other stocks here. Irene, okay? Data centers have been taking a hit. I don't know how much lower Irene can go. We had 28 here. It looks like it's coiling up in this session. And look, the market is running down. The market is hitting down really low. Irene hit 37, but seems to be recovering. I think that we will start to see the market stabilize more. If this war does wrap up very quickly, we will start to see a lot of these stocks really jump up. I think we will start seeing 690s very soon, but it's going to be an up and down game. Up, down, up, down, up, down. This is the way the stock market is going to trade. First Solar had a massive drop from 250. Coiling and basing. We're looking for a base here. Still not found. We got to look for a couple more sessions here. Maybe in these few sessions, we'll see a base of maybe 185, 180, and then we'll see a rally back up to 250. So right now, I would avoid a lot of things. I would look to see the volatility. I would look to see the momentum, and I would really trade that. I don't have a lot of things that are going to be moving in an extreme direction. CoreWeave, okay? Earnings coming up. We're going to see how this performs. I think at the end of the day, a lot of stocks are just waiting to see what happens with this whole war, with what everything's going on. And look, SPY has a pattern here. I want to talk about this for a second. SPY, we have a big pattern here on SPY. Look at the bottom chart here. We are going up and down, up and down, up and down. And I want you guys to understand that this is very normal for SPY. This is very characteristic. We've been tracking up, we've been tracking down. We've been tracking up, we've been tracking down. We've been tracking up, we've been tracking down. And from this, guys, from this right here, we should be tracking back up to 685 to 687. I think we will go up. Let's see what happens in the overnight session. But quick little update here. QQQ and SPY both in this random range here. They're moving quite a bit. And look, I kind of trade these together. Tech stocks, I do believe will recover. Oil production is, I mean, look, I'm not a big trader of oil. Oil stays hot for a second, but then it doesn't really hold. Gold and silver, not really doing the most. You know, you would think that these are the things that people will invest in, but this war, I don't think will affect the US that much. In a technical level, I'm not someone that's going to celebrate anybody losing their life, innocent people being hurt, but as traders, we have to look at what the market is doing. And I don't think this will affect the US at all. I don't think this will really have a massive impact on our economy, on the things that we're doing. In fact, I think that in the long term, it will actually help us because we'll gain more access to oil, more access to control. And now that Germany, now that certain other countries are allying with the United States because of Iran's stationary missiles going out and attacking different countries, I think we will have stronger global alliances, stronger hold on major supply zones, and this will be good for the US in the long term. So with that being said, guys, stay tuned. A lot of volatility going on here. I really can't make massive predictions on what's going on, but if you're in my group, if you're trading, we had a massive day today. We had a 60% gain yesterday. And I think today we probably had another 100% day in the market. So if you want to jump in, if you want to see my trades, link down below. Shout out to your boy. If you ever want to connect with me, DM me on Instagram. Till next time, guys, peace out.